Hello everyone. So in this video, let us learn uh, functions in Python. So let us look into the definition. A Python is a block of organized reusable code that performs a specific task only when it is called. Functions allow for code modularity, reduce repetition, and make program easier to maintain. There are some of the advantages. So there are two types of function. One is inbuilt function and user-defined function. So in our previous video, we used print format functions. So there are many more uh, inbuilt function available in Python. Let us see few examples. And user-defined function, user can create their own uh, function and make use of it. So let us practically see. So I'm going to create a Python file. So I'm using PyCharm. Okay, so I'm creating a file called function.py. So let's create a variable. Let's say message is the variable equal to welcome to my course. Python course. So this is the value I'm storing in the variable print message. So this is what the output I got. Welcome to my Python course. So now we are going to understand we have given the entire statement in small letter. So I want to print the first letter of the sentence in capital. So print message dot capitalize. So the first letter was printed in capital letter. So I'm going to ask, I'm going to print the entire statement in the uppercase. So upper, okay, it is printed in uppercase. So now I'm going to ask a boolean. I'm going to ask the boolean statement: is this true or false? Okay. So print message dot is lower. Is it lower? We'll say it's true. Yeah, the given input is lower. Let's ask it, is it upper? It's false. So you can refer the inbuilt functions in any of the websites. W3 Schools is the website which I usually refer. Other than that, there is a command that you can perform. So these are all the inbuilt functions that are available in Python. Now let us see the one more example joined function. Okay, so now I'm going to type a IP address as a variable. I'm going to provide 192, 168, 0, 0. Okay, I'm going to print. Okay, so now I'm going to use a value dot. Okay, I'm going to say IP address. Okay, before IP address I'm going to use the function called uh, join. This is the right statement. So it gives me an output in dots by merging all the, by joining all the uh, inputs. Now let us comment this out. Now let's create a list. Okay, so in this list, what are we going to do is we are going to give some value at first, and then we are going to add, insert, and extend the uh, values. Okay, initially we are going to let us give 1 or 3 values max, then let us append, extend, and insert the values in the lists. Okay, list, let's say language. Okay, equal to, for list we need to use the square bracket. So, square bracket. So first language, let us give as the business language English. Second, let's go with Tamil, Kannada. Okay, so now we are going to print language. Okay, so there are 3 language in the list. So now what are we going to do is we are going to append the language using the function called append. Okay, append. So now let us input Hindi. Copy, paste, run. So Hindi is added to it. So for appending one language, we used the function called append. So now I wanted to add multiple languages, I mean multiple inputs. Okay, so language dot extend. Okay, now we are going to give Telugu. Okay, and then let's say Marathi. Oops. Okay, so we need to give this as a list. So when we provide multiple inputs, when we extend the multiple inputs, we need to provide that in the list format. Okay, now it got added. So now what are we going to do is we are going to insert a input by choosing a position. Okay, so insert will just insert the input, the value, So we are going to insert, let's say after English, let us insert this language, second position. So here, let's say Bengali. We have to print. The input is added at the second position. English, Tamil, Bengali. So it counts from 0, 1, 2. Second position, the Bengali is added. So these are the sum of the inbuilt function available in Python. There are more, so that you can refer the website W3 Schools. Inbuilt functions. Okay, so there are a lot of inbuilt functions that you can refer from here. So now let us look into some of the user-defined function. Okay, for that, let's create one more file, user-defined function dot. Let us create a function. Okay, so for that we need to use the term called def definition. So we are going to define a function. So function, let's keep it very simple. I'm going to create a add function. I'm going to pass an argument 1, argument 2. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take input from the user and add these 2 arguments. So total variable, I'm going to add the argument 1 plus arg2. So now I'm going to return total. Okay, so now I'm going to create a variable out, okay, equal to add. I'm going to pass the value to that argument 10, 20. So now I'm going to print out. We need to close the user defined function using the colon. Okay, 30. All right. So now let us create one more function, and let us use the if else if statement to print the output, okay, according to the input. So let's create a age eligibility. Okay, so if a user falls under certain age, so I need the output if the user is eligible for the particular position. Let's say, for example, if the user's age is between 22 and 30, he is eligible for the junior position. If the user is between 30 and 35, he is eligible for the senior position, and 35 to 40 mid management, and 40 plus 40 to 50 senior management. If it is none of these, then he is not eligible. So let us write a create a function and write a conditional statement to get the output. So age underscore eligibility. Okay, so let us give two things. One is name as an argument and age as an argument. Let's close this, print. Okay, the value is, so we need to use the if statement if we are calling any arguments inside the printing statement. So let's say if comma, okay, double quotes. Let's call the argument name here in flower brackets. Name is the candidate. Okay. It's not F comma, it's just F. So now what are we going to do is we are going to write the if condition, okay, for the age. If, okay, in oval brackets age, so age is greater than 22 and, okay, say oval bracket age is lesser than 30. Print, okay, if eligible for junior positions. Okay, let's copy this. Indentation is very important. If age is between 31 to 35, senior position. Okay, again indentation, paste 36, 40. Mid management position. Okay, if 41 to 50, eligible for senior management position. So one thing that we need to check is it's LF, not else, LF. Else, print not eligible. So now we are going to provide the input age, eligibility, name as in Gautam, and age is 34. It's very important to, it's a case sensitive. Gautam is the candidate. Gautam is eligible for the senior position because the age input is 34. Okay. We still can do one thing. Name, say, comma, you can put the age here. Let's do this in all the lines. Okay, now let's try it. So Gautam 34 is eligible for senior position. Let's say 24. So eligible for junior position. Now let's give the input 55. So Gautam 55 is not eligible. So this is the function, user-defined function, which we took as an input by using two arguments, and using if condition we are checking the eligibility. So so now we used two arguments to take the inputs. So now let us take multiple arguments, okay, and print this here. So now let's comment this. So let's take this as a scenario. A user is ordering food, okay. So minimum he can order one, and maximum much more, okay. So now we are going to create a function def food underscore order. So we are going to give two arguments. One is minimum underscore order, comma, we are going to use star arguments, okay. So in place of arguments we can add multiple values, okay. So in previous function, so there are only two arguments, name and age. So now we are going to by default we are going to have one value, and here star arguments. So this is the a parameter wherein we can add multiple values, okay. So now what are we going to do is we are going to print, okay, if flower brackets minimum order your order is ready, okay. So let's say food order, I'm going to order pizza. Oops. Okay, pizza, your order is ready, okay. So now I'm going to give multiple inputs, okay. So for that I need to create a variable using for loop to take the input and uh, print this as an output in each line. Okay, I hope you understood. So for, let's say, food. Okay, for food in args. Okay, for food in args, print. Okay, so okay, print your orders. Flower brackets, food. So to create, yes. Okay, so now we are going to give multiple values. Okay, so pizza, let's say provide what can provide. So we need to provide let's say eggs. Okay, now I understood. Indentation is very important. So pizza, your order is ready. So the minimum order that we have given is pizza, and argument that we passed is bread and eggs. Let's also add one more uh, jam. Okay, this is it.